Hi, third grade. We are going to review something today called the R family, which we talked about in skills class during our reading session on Wednesdays. And we used the FAST training boards, those magnetic boards that I can't show you because they're still at the school building. And they were white and they had the colored letters, the green for the vowels and yellow for the cautionary vowel teams and red. There were a few red ones, and then there were white and black, and then some blue, kind of like a purple blue for the bottom of the board, but they were all magnetic and they would stick to the board and we could make words with them. Well, we had learned that in one corner of the vowel galaxy, which is what the creator of this program called his central section of the board, it looked like the Big Dipper. And in the Big Dipper, to the left of it was a crescent moon, and it was the R family. And we talked about how the R with a vowel, with all the vowels, so IR, ER, OR, and UR, they all, ER, IR, UR, AR, and OR, they all have a special sound, and they are a family. And we call them the R family. So in the R family, there is a grandmama, and she is very powerful, and she rules this family, and she lives with them, and she makes all the decisions. She is Grandmama Er of the R family, and their last name is She had a son, and he was Papa because he became a father. So grandmama had her son whose name was Papa, and Papa is IR. She named him IR in the family. And then he married a lovely lady, and her name is and she took her husband's last name, and she became but she's UR, and she's the mama of the family. And they had two daughters, AR and OR. Now, AR and OR are young girls, but sometimes they wake up on the wrong side of the bed and they decide they don't want to be part of the family anymore. They don't want to say computer. They don't want to say teacher. They don't want to say curb or creature or traitor or doctor or collar or dollar. They don't want to say those sounds anymore. So some of the words, or stir or skirt, those are all sounding words, and they all have different vowel R combinations. So skirt is Papa. Papa gets a hand in making a skirt, a shirt, and a stirrer, and Grandmama gets to add the end, which is also known as a suffix for one who does, ER. Grandmama ER, she gets the computer. Now, everybody gets jealous of her because computers are all the rage these days, and she gets to be their teacher. She also gets to decide where they're going to go and what they're going to do. Now, Mama, she can curb the creature, whatever the creature is that they have adopted, a crazy creature. So Mama is UR, and she says in the family too, like in curb and creature. And the daughters sometimes both say like in collar and dollar. You hear the sound of their R family, but collar is an AR word, and that is the daughter's word, daughter AR. And dollar is also an AR word. And OR is traitor and doctor. She gets to be a doctor and a traitorous doctor. So OR says traitor and doctor, but she's not an ER word, she's OR. She's daughter OR. Now, these IR, ER, UR, AR, OR, this whole big family, they almost always say like Grandmama wants them to. And Grandmama is the most common version of the spelling of the family, the ER. And then along comes IR and UR, and they're fairly common as well. But it's the two daughters, AR and OR, who sometimes say something other than because they get sick of it, of being bossed around and told what to do and being children, and they don't want to be children anymore. And so they pretend to be unrelated to the family. And AR will say spark. I'm done being an family member. I'm going to light a spark in my life and start to be smart in the month of March. And all of her sounds stop being and they start being R. March, smart, start. Those are all AR words, but they don't say ER. They don't say They say R, you can think of them as a pirate. They become like pirates. Now OR, when OR gets snarky and joins AR in the quest to leave the family, OR says things like order. I'm going to order up a plate of something new today. I'm going to distort my identity. I am going to resort to the border and become immortal. And she gets to say or. Now, sometimes there is an or word and an R word that has an E at the end. And that's what makes the O stop saying and start saying O, like chore or soar or snore. Those are all silent E words that make the O say its name. So those break the rule for a different reason. They're not necessarily part of the family. They don't pay attention to the rule and stay part of the family. Either snore or chore or bore or boredom. So I'm going to have you now get your pencil. You can pause the video if you need to go get your pencil. Get your composition book. If there are blank pages left in it, find a blank page in your composition book, come back to the video, start it up again, and we're going to write some long sentences. Now, if you need to take a break, you can pause this video. You can go take a run around the house, go have your lunch, go outside and do 20 jumping jacks and roll down a hill or ride your bike or jump the ropes, or you could even stand on your hands, practice handstands and headstands against a tree. Whatever you need to do, take a little break and come back to the writing. You could do it in the afternoon. Here's what you're going to write. This is called the R Family Review. So first you're going to write R Family Review, just like I wrote across the top of this page. Then you are going to follow these directions that I'm going to verbally give to you and not write them down. And this is the part you're going to write down. So I'm going to read you the directions. Write down this passage. The cranky children, when they appear, underline them. Find and underline those cranky children, those daughters of the family who've stopped saying and started saying R and or. Use a colored pencil to underline. So you need a colored pencil. That's the other thing I forgot to tell you to get. So stop the video again, go get your colored pencil if you don't have it at your desk, ready to go as soon as you start this video. That's another habit you could get into. When you've got your tablet or your laptop or whatever you're using to access these videos, at your workstation, make sure that your workstation always has your composition book, a graphite pencil, either mechanical, this is handy, or this with a sharpener. I don't think I sent home sharpeners for you, so you hopefully have one at home. And your main lesson books, okay? Those need to be along with your colored pencils and your crayons. Those should all be at your workstation. That's the best way to do it. Then you don't have to go finding things and taking forever to do stuff. Okay, so here's the passage. I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna hold it up and you're gonna have to pause the video to see the writing because I can't give you a printed version of this. The R family went on a trip with a sailor, period. Their 2 daughters were very excited to go, period. The morning they were to leave, they packed their scarves, their favorite darts, and a special chart. Mama was a little disturbed that they had to leave the bird, but the neighbor promised to give them a daily report. All right, so there's some tricky ones in there because there's the and then there's the R and the OR. So you're finding the R and the OR. So remember, you're not copying this part. This is the directions. You're copying from the R family went on a trip with a sailor, period. All the way down to the bottom of this page. I skipped lines so that it'd make it easier for you to see my words. So pause the video here. This last word right here is the end of disturbed. Disturbed. You can pause this video here to finish writing your review passage. And I'm going to turn the page now so you can see the rest of it. And that's that they had to leave the bird, but the neighbor promised to give them a daily report. There. Pause the video again. Okay. Now tomorrow we'll go over it and see what you think, if you can find them all, and that may be some that we could have a debate about. Debates are fun. Okay. Happy writing, 3rd grade. Bye.